for in this second half. We talked about the Raiders wanting to stop. Number one, stop Harlingen South on this opening drive.
Yeah, they need to stop Harlingen South on the opening drive. They gave up a lot of bleeding through really the entire half as Harlingen South just consistently scored big play after big play. Their big-time receivers made some big-time plays off the edge. Montemayor was putting the ball right on the money, and these receivers just took it into the end zone each time. And so I imagine they're going to change it up a little bit. They can't just continue to give these receivers one-on-one plays. What we saw in the first half, they lined up everyone else in the box. They were stopping the run. We didn't see much run plays at all. There was one running touchdown, but that was really after a big old turnover, and so that wasn't very characteristic of the entire half. So we got to see what the Rivera defense does, because I imagine it can't be the same thing that they did in the first half.
Well, there's two ways to start that long pass. Number one, you either switch your defensive secondary coverage, go maybe to cover two, cover one, get some safety help on those deep routes, or secondly, put some pressure on the quarterback. And so we didn't see much pressure come in on Montemayor. He was sacked, I believe, one time, but it wasn't something that was characteristic of that defense for it to be a blitzing defense in that first half. So either way, we're going to get to see Harlingen South come out first. We have Nick Garcia and Jaden Taylor back deep to receive. It's a 2-touchdown ball game to start the second half off here. And the kick is up. It is a good kick, and it looks like it is going Nick Garcia's way. He's going to return this across the 15, the 20. He's got some space to the 30, the 40. He's got the kicker to beat to the 45, the 40, 30, 20. Touchdown, Nick Garcia, but hold everything. We've got a flag on the field back deep in the area of the white cap. He's going to blow this dead for a second here, and he's calling them back. Wow. Looks like this one's coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we saw an opening kickoff touchdown in the first half. We see it again in the second half, but there is a penalty. We have seen a lot of explosive plays. Almost every touchdown has been off of explosive plays tonight. Big plays all night long. It's been very exciting. You kind of get lulled into small play, and then we just see another big play. And right from the beginning here in the second half. But it does get called back, so we'll have to see Harlingen South take it from really bad field position.
Holding called on the special teams return team for the Hawks way back around the 18-yard line or so. And so this play was dead almost as soon as it started, though it was still exciting to watch. Nick Garcia busted all the way upfield that way. He just has that breakaway speed. So Harlingen South will start their drive now. It looks like they're going to mark them back at the 9-yard line, their own 9-yard line. So they will have a long 91-yard field to work with to start off this second half.
Well, I was really curious to see what the defense does for Rivera. We talked about it as what they were going to have to change in the second half. And I thought we weren't going to get to see it until later, but here we are again. Let's see how they decide. It looks like they're going to continue to put the pressure on these receivers.
Montemayor is going to hand it off, and here we go. Start the second half off with a run, and it's number 2 there, the receiver coming on that end around, and he's just thrown around. That's number 2, Carlos del Angel. He kind of gets wrapped up and thrown to the ground.
And there we see linebacker junior Christopher Goday. He makes the big play. He just runs him down and grabs him and just drags him down. We hadn't seen Nick Garcia really put down like that, and that's been one of their big positive plays that they've gotten about 10 yards every time they've done it, but that time they don't.
That was number 2 for Harlingen there. That was El Angel on the reception. We haven't seen Nick Garcia yet. Here we go. Jaden Taylor bounces to the outside. He's got some space. He's going to get out of bounds, and he's going to come across. Looks like he'll have the first down, as Jaden Taylor was really confined in the first half, not being able to get many plays except for that one touchdown run. So he goes right at it, and he's going to bring up a third down and very short, as he was very close to that first down marker.
And here we see Harlingen South. They're moving up the tempo. They're getting ready right away as they want to continue to attack this defense.
Pistol formation with Montemayor. He's going to hand this off to Taylor. He's going to try to get this first down. He's going to fall forward to close to the 20-yard line. It looks like it'll be close, but should be a first down, Hawks.
Yeah, they were able to get the first down. That's what they were really looking for. And Harlingen South gets enough push and enough running out of their running back, Taylor, to get the first down. Good play by the defender, just wasn't able to tackle him behind the yardage that they needed.
First and 10 for the Hawks here. They are now at their 20-yard line. Started the series off at the 9. Montemayor, shotgun formation. Jaden Taylor switching him around a little bit. He has 3 wide receivers. Nick Garcia in the slot. He's got Preciado up top. And he's going to look for Garcia, who hadn't turned yet. The ball was in the air, and Garcia hadn't turned back. So that's an incomplete pass. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10.
And there we saw in the first half, a lot of times that was an uncovered play. That time there was good pursuit on it, but it wouldn't have mattered because the ball was thrown with Garcia not seeing it, and it resulted in an incomplete pass. But we have seen the secondary is kind of giving them the short yardage this time. A little bit more reactionary. It looks like it's still man-to-man, but they are a little bit playing a little safer there.
Nick Garcia here in motion. He's going to get the handoff, end around again, but this time he's going to get crunched by 2 defenders. He falls forward for a gain of about 2 yards. We'll bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Harlingen South Hawks.
It looks like the defense has reacted well. They must be one of the changes they've made at halftime. We saw that play working really well in the first half, but when they do that motion, that we've only seen 2 results out of it. It's either been handoff or play action, and so you know that the ball is coming towards your direction if you are that outside linebacker there. And so the linebacker comes up, makes the quick play, and we have a timeout on the field.
Yeah, timeout so early in the second half, you have to wonder about why there's the necessity of that call. But either way, I think this is a big 3rd down play here. We talked about the number 1 goal for Rivera coming out in the second half was to not allow South to convert on their opening series this second half. And so really going to try to put a stop on this 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Rivera really wants to hold them so that they can have some good field position coming back. I mean, they're only down 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So this is a good game here tonight between these 2 district foes, if you will. So 10 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. We've got a timeout. Could not tell exactly who called it. They haven't taken it off the scoreboard, but I think it was the Hawks who did.
No, you're not on it.
Yeah, it's still hard to see who made the call there for the timeout. There hasn't been no indication by either the referees nor the people on the scoreboard. Everyone seems to be looking around wondering what happened, but both teams get a break. Actually, it looked like there was a player hurt on the play. We didn't see that. It looked they were huddled all around him. Looked like a regular huddle. The player does get up from Rivera, and he walks off. So we'll continue 3rd down and 8 yards to go. Ball on the 22-yard line of the Harlingen South end zone.
Sean Montemayor is going to come up shotgun formation here. Jaden Taylor's got 3 wide receivers. Has Preciado on the very outside. They're 1-on-1 again on these receivers. And he's going to go left. He's looking for Preciado on the outside. He's going to let this one fly to Garcia, who comes out of the slot there, a little out route towards the sidelines. He will catch his 1st down for the Hawks as Nick Garcia is able to get some separation from that cornerback, bring up a 1st down conversion.
Here we see on the replay a nice rollout right here. Throws the ball, perfectly thrown ball, as the cut had been a really nice cut by Garcia. He breaks away from the receiver, creating the space, and he's tackled out of bounds, getting them the 1st down. Well-executed pass play there.
1st and 10, tight end switching around to the end of the field here. Montemayor in the gun, sends Garcia in motion, will fake the handoff. He's going to run left on his own. Quarterback keeper, he's got the 1st down to the 40, the 35, the 30, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 29-yard line of the Rivera Raiders. And so he gets a big chunk on that one. Big run there by Montemayor.
Well, I said it earlier, we hadn't seen anything besides a handoff or a play-action pass out of that motion run. And that time we see Montemayor keeping himself, and he takes it up the left side. Looks like he did the read play there, and he finally got the defensive end to bite, and he takes it wide open down the left side.
40-yard run for Montemayor. Big run there. Biggest run of the night for the Hawks. Here we go. Montemayor is going to have, should have a legal procedure here, or false start on the offense, as there was some movement early on that's going to be called dead before it even gets started. So it's going to bring up a 1st down and 15 more than likely here, as we're down to 9 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this 3rd quarter. For those of y'all listening live, valleycentral.com, welcome to the broadcast here on behalf of KHGN. We have a 28-14 ball game, and South is trying to punch in their opening series of the second half. 1st down 15, Montemayor takes a snap. He's looking right. He's looking downfield. Wants Garcia. He's got Garcia. Garcia's open at the 5. Touchdown, Harlingen South Hawks on a 34-yard pass and catch. Montemayor to his favorite receiver, Garcia. 34-14.
Again, we see another great ball thrown by Montemayor. They have had no answer for Montemayor's passing game, especially when he's connecting with his favorite target, Nick Garcia. On that play, we see the simple rollout, and you see him targeting his receiver the whole time. He's just waiting for him to get open. He's been able to get open almost every time that he's looked his way, and so he gets open once again tonight. We've continued to see one-on-one coverage. They were playing it a little safer, but on that one, the receivers are able to break away and get the touchdown.
34-14 pending the extra point, and the kick is up, and it is good. And so that's going to make it a 35-14 ball game. You know, we said over and again that I think Rivera's primary goal to come out in the second half was to stop Harlingen South on their opening drive. Not able to do that, so South now goes back to a 3-touchdown lead, which they had before the first half ended. And so Harlingen South is now in control, which does a couple of things for Rivera. Rivera was playing a ball control, clock control game in the first half. But at this point, down 3 touchdowns and not being able to stop Harlingen South, Rivera is going to really have to try to go and make something happen offensively and not the 3-4 yard run plays that they've been running. So got to see here if number 13, that's Danny Elizondo, is going to be able to come out and let this ball fly.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what they decide to do. They are down 3 touchdowns at this point in the game. Their offense has been a slow-moving offense. They have to start showing that explosiveness. We did see them on one big explosive play at the end of the half. So they have some playmakers. They have to just go out there and try to use them, I think. As we did see the receiver just jump over Nick Garcia and score the long touchdown to close out the first half.
Well, speaking of playmakers, we have number 5, that is Jacquil Evans, and number 15, Chris Montes, deep to receive. Here, Montes had that really long pass play we were talking about for a touchdown before the half. Here we go, and it is going to be Evans. He's going to get to the 15-yard line, trying to get outside to the 20, to the 30, to the 40, and he'll be pushed out by the kicker at the 44-yard line. And Evans with a nice return, giving the Rivera Raiders some good field position.
Yeah, right there he was all on the one side. He took it from almost the edge of the left side of the field. He wraps it all the way around, follows his blocking, as there was some nice blocking on the edge, and the Harlingen South defense had over-pursued until he's finally met by the kicker, Nick Garcia, who we've seen make play after play on offense. That time he has to make a defensive play as a safety. Had he not made the play, we might have seen another kickoff return touchdown by the Rivera Raiders.
Number 15, Chris Montes, again, who had that really long pass touchdown reception at the end of the first half, actually went down on this play as he was back to return. So he's going to walk off the field. He's going to have to come off the field for at least one play. And so that's one playmaker gone for Rivera. You'll probably just sit out a play and then come back the next. So Jacquil Evans is in at the running back position again. And number 13 is Danny Elizondo. And they're going to get this ball here at the 43-yard line. 9 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the third quarter, 35-14. They are down, trying desperately to make something happen. Here we go. Elizondo, he's going to hand it off to number 5, Evans. Evans is looking for some space. He falls forward here for a gain of about 2 yards.
Again, we see some patient running by Evans. Unfortunately for him, there's not really anywhere on the play to go. He has to settle for 2 yards as he makes the final cut, and the decision to take what the defense had given him was a simple 2, maybe even 3 yards at the most.
Second down, 7 yards to go, under 9 minutes here in the third quarter. 35-14. Just want to remind you out there, for those of y'all listening live audio, you can check in again, valleycentral.com, about an hour or so after the game, and you can actually watch the video as well, as UL does not permit by showing the video on Friday nights. Here we go. Option run for Elizondo. He's going to keep it. He's going to pass the 50 into Harlingen South territory. Going to bring up a third down and a short 2 yards.
As the first time we see the option play out of Rivera, it does turn into a nice play for them. It looked like I thought he was going to pitch it, but he makes a nice little cut and gains a safe another 4 yards. So it'll be third and about 2 yards to go as they attack the left side with the option play, quarterback keeping it.
Rivera just taking some time off the clock. They reverted back to that first half style of offense where they like to gain 4 or 5 yards at a time and just milk that clock. So they're back at it again. Third down, 2 yards to go, under 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Fullback in motion. Keeper this time pitches it, but it's over the head of the running back, and this is a free ball here, and it looks like the Harlingen South Hawks will fall on top of it. Turnover, number 6 for the Hawks falls on top of that football. Christian Rodriguez, Hawk ball.
Yeah, here we see is he tries to make the pitch while being hit. Unfortunately he had already been wrapped up and tried to make the big play. Unfortunately for him, he makes the big play for Harlingen South as they are able to recover. I would say that was probably the last time that they were, if Harlingen South scores here, that'd be the last time that we'd see the slow motion. You want to keep to your game plan, but as time continues to run away, I would say that was probably the last drive where they get to keep to their game plan if they are able to score again here with Harlingen South.
Well, I think we've been saying that for the past couple of drives as well, and they just have not. And maybe there's just not that other gear to go to. However, I've seen Elizondo make some really good passes here tonight, so just surprising me a little bit that they're not taking some more chances, especially through the air. So either way, it's another turnover here in South. The Hawks are going to look to capitalize. Montemar looking downfield. He wants a quick hitter here. He's got it. Nick Garcia open. Touchdown, Hawks. The first play from scrimmage, 34-yard touchdown. Sean Montemayor connects with Nick Garcia once again, one-on-one coverage.
Well, we saw last year Nick Garcia was named the utility player of the year because of what he could do in so many facets of the game. Right now it looks like he's making a case for offensive player of the year, as I think that's his 4th touchdown of the night, all on big pass plays.
He just has the ability to separate, get some separation from that cornerback. And, you talk about his ability, but let's talk about Sean Montemayor. I have not seen a bad pass from him tonight. He's been putting these on the money in stride, and it has been impressive. So 41-14, waiting for the extra point. The kick is up, waiting for the official's call, and it is good. So 42-14, the Hawks now have scored twice in this third quarter. And, you just talked about, if they score again, we need to see something different in Rivera's offense. It's got to come quick because South is on a roll now.
And what they really need is they need to make some stops on defense. Their offense is moving up the field, but now that they've given up 42, it's hard to win many ball games when you're giving up that much on defense. And they've just had no answer to stopping this passing game by the Harlingen South defense. And you said it. We're seeing Garcia get these touchdowns, but the quarterback play tonight has been really something special. So if you're back home listening, you're going to want to log in on valleycentral.com and watch this. It's a special night to see some great quarterback play.
And if you got local channel 17 as well during the week, you can also watch the KCN channel as they will be replayed throughout the week. Check out the district's webpage for replays as well. You like you said, Jonathan, you're going to see a passing clinic here by Sean Montemayor, who has just been on the money. He's just been spot on all night long. And so he's connected with Preciado. He's connected with Nick Garcia. And I'm sure anybody else who he wished to connect with, I think he would tonight. He's just been on that kind of roll. So Sean Montemayor having a great showing here at Boga Stadium. Again, 42-14, the Hawks have now taken a commanding lead over the Raiders. And the Raiders now receive this squib kick at the 30-yard line. And he'll be tackled from behind by number 9. Nowhere to go. Flag on the field here. Another flag.
And I'm not sure if they're going to call a horse collar. I don't think it looked like a horse collar, but it was a face mask.
Face mask, 15-yarder.
I guess they decided to go with a squib kick. We did see one touchdown to start the game, and then the first kickoff in the second half, they had a chance of taking it to the house. And so I think Harlingen South decided we have a big lead. Let's play safe on the kickoffs, as we've seen the big playmaker ability by the Raiders. But because of the penalties, they're going to have it down to the 46-yard line, or 44-yard line.
Good break there for the Rivera Raiders. And you know what? I mean, honestly, this is the drive. You got to see something out of the Raiders. They cannot continue to go down, try to get downfield and give it over either on a turnover or turnover on downs. They have got to make something happen here. So can Elizondo pull something out of the hat here, make something happen? He's got Evans as the running back. He's going to look downfield. He's going to try to make something happen here. He's looking, finds the receiver number 15. That's one of his favorite targets there, Chris Montes, but he is hit quickly. However, he does gain 6 yards on the play.
And we've seen him make some good throws. That play, the throw's a little behind, so I think had he led him a little better, he might have had a better chance of running with the ball. but we did see them in a different formation. They spread it out on that one, so it looks like they have made a decision to drop back and throw. And we'll see what this quarterback can do. We've seen him make some nice plays, but now we're going to see him going when they expect him to throw. And so we got to see how he looks in this formation. But they go back to the power I formation with 2 receivers spread to each side, or 1 receiver to each side.
6:45 left to go in the third quarter. It's a handoff to Evans. Evans is met quickly by 2 or 3 defenders here, and he's got nowhere to run. Going to lose about half a yard on the play. We're going to break up a 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, that one there was really nowhere for him to go as 3 defenders all pile into the hole that was made by the offensive lineman. Good blocking of the defensive lineman, but all the linebackers and safeties were in on the hole. The running back had nowhere to go as Evans is dragged down for basically no gain.
3rd down and 5. 6 minutes and 12 seconds to go in this third quarter. 42-14. The Hawks well in command of this ball game now. Here we go. The Raiders are going to take over. Elizondo sends his fullback in motion. He's going to look right, looks back left now, trying to make a screen happen. Oh, and Evans is going to catch the screen pass, but he slips. He had 2 blockers ahead of him, could have made something happen, but he loses his footing. That's going to make up a 4th down and 5 for the Raiders.
Yeah, right there, it looked like it was going to be a great play call it was a great play call by the Rivera Raiders. Unfortunately, the players don't execute as the ball it was thrown a little bit off target, and Evans has to make a diving catch. Really, it was caused by some pressure by senior Cristian Rodriguez of Harlingen South. We've seen him put a lot of pressure tonight, and he puts pressure on that play once again.
Nick Garcia deep to return this punt here. The snap is good. The punt is trying to get away, trying to kick it away from Garcia. And it's going to be an excellent punt. It's going to go out about the 9-yard line. Not even a chance to return it for the speedster Garcia. So they're going to mark him down at about the 8-yard line. And Harlingen South will come back out onto the field the 3rd time. The offense has taken the field this third quarter, looking to make the 3rd time a charm as they seek to increase their lead. Again, it's 42-14. The Hawks are well in command control. They are in overdrive right now. So let's see what kind of offense they continue to put up on this board.
Yeah, if you've been listening at home, you're probably guessing the drive will result in Montemayor throwing a touchdown pass and probably to Nick Garcia. But we'll see what they do on this drive. The Rivera defense has to do something to stop this passing game as they have given up big plays all night to the quarterback, to his receivers.
Watch for Jaden Taylor because that passing game could open up that run game. They won't go to it yet as there's a quick hitter to the outside to number 1. We're going to call him down there. So he's going to be down right around the 1st down marker. Could be a 1st down Hawks.
Yeah, right there he lost the ball at the end, but clearly he was down before the ball had been let go. Quick hitter, just a simple dump pass on the edge as the Rivera Raiders are starting to play a little safer, dropping back a little bit farther. And now we see Harlingen South dinking and dunking, or presumably they will dink and dunk down the field if they're not going to run with Taylor.
1st down now for the Hawks. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Montemayor shotgun formation. Jaden Taylor at his side here. He's going to fake the handoff here. He's going to go out to the outside. Oh, just in and out of the hands of Preciado, number 24, just a little bit ahead. If that cornerback was looking, that could have been an interception.
Yeah, I think there was some miscommunication there with the quarterback Montemayor and Preciado. Preciado thought he was dropping back for a pass, and it looked like Montemayor wanted him to run the original route. And so it results in an incompletion, but you were right on the money. I think the threat, once he saw him turn and pass it so fast, the defender started running to go make the tackle, but he could have made a pick and maybe even taken it to the house had he been paying attention to the ball.
Could have been pick 6. Here we go. Gun. Sean Montemayor hands it off to Jaden Taylor. Taylor, there's nowhere to run. He's got great jerseys in his face. Loses his helmet on this one. And he'll lose about 5 yards on that run. 3rd down coming up for the Hawks.
Yeah, just a ton of penetration all along the left side where he was running. Nowhere for him to go once he got the ball. I'm not sure if they were trying to get some ground against the pass plays, but whether they were blitzing for a pass or blitzing against the run, the penetration does stop Harlingen South for a deep loss, -5 yards.
3rd down and 15 coming up for the Hawks here. Montemayor, he's got Quiroz is now in at running back position, number 20. And he's going to roll left. He's looking for the quick shot. Oh, he's got number 8 open, but nope, the pass is just overthrown. That's one of the first passes we have seen not be on the money for Montemayor as he was trying to get to George Garcia.
Yeah, I think we did see that he is human tonight on that plays. The ball was not on target for the first time. The receiver did look like he had enough space to make a play. The ball was just off the mark, and so Rivera makes the stop. And now they have to put some points on the board to make this a manageable fourth quarter for them as this third quarter is coming to a close in about 4 minutes and 22 seconds.
Well, Nick Garcia is going to be punting this ball away here. And he is right on his goal line. It's a good snap. The punt is up. It's a spiraling punt. It's going to come down in the middle of a bunch of Hawks, but it's going to get a good Hawk roll down into the other field, the other side of the field here. And so they'll pick that one up at about the 44-yard line of the Rivera Raiders. And Rivera will get some good field position here. They're down 42-14 with 4 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Desperately want to try to get something going here because they cannot not score and stay in this ball game as the Hawks have pulled away, though they were not able to convert on that last series.
Well, yeah, we just saw right here a great punt by the kicker, or a very high punt, and then it takes a Harlingen South bounce. There was some pressure. It looked like they might have gotten close to blocking it, but the punt does go off cleanly, and the Rivera Raiders offense is going to take it.
And here goes Elizondo. He's got almost three. It looks like 3 running backs. He hands it off to Evans. Evans trying to go. We got a pink flag on the field now, usually in the area of holding.
Yeah, I think I saw the edge blocker being their tight end get a little bit of a hold, and the ref thinks he saw enough to make a call. So they get dropped back. They lined up in the formation they've been lining up in all night to run the ball, and again, it was a nice run had there not been a holding call, but I don't think a nice run is enough at this point in the game when you're down this much.
No, those nice 4 or 5 yard runs that they've been executing all night long, it's not going to get you anywhere with a deficit like this, 42-14. But either way, Rivera is going back to what they have done pretty decently well all night long, with Evans taking the bulk of those carries. So here you go in the I formation again. 2 wide receivers to the right for Elizondo. Send his tight end in motion. That's number 2, Edward Rubio. He's going to fake it. He's rolling out to his right. Play action. He's going to let this one fly downfield, but it's going to be way out of bounds as he was looking for his intended receiver was Chris Montes, number 15. Incomplete pass. Going to bring out a 2nd down and 20.
Yeah, there was no one really open on that one. Surprising to me that they would try a play action pass there. It's 2nd and basically 20. I got to think they have to just open it up, and they're not going to fool Harlingen South into thinking it's a run. I don't think at this point in the game, and even if they did run the ball, they're getting 5 yards, but that's just not enough tonight, Aaron.
No, that's not going to do it, especially when the offense from Harlingen South has been effective the way that they have been all season. So 42-14. Clock right now is stuck at 3:36 in the third quarter. We've got a whistle on the play, and it's going to be timeout Rivera. It looked like they were running that play clock down. So timeout Rivera here is going to, we're still here stuck at a 2nd and 20. 3:36 left in this third quarter. Thank you all for listening live at valleycentral.com as we're bringing you live audio from Bogus Stadium here in the press box for this district play game. Jonathan, the first half, we finished the first half when we thought to ourselves, this may be a close game after all. As Rivera was down 28-14, but they have been blanked so far in this third quarter. And Harlingen South has put 2 touchdowns up on the board, so just kind of broken away a little bit here.
Yeah, we saw Harlingen South basically control the entire first half, minus 2 explosive plays, a kick return and a long pass. But it was enough to make us think that they were going to keep in the game. But so far this second half, even though there's been just a little bit of time run off the clock because of the big passing playability of Harlingen South, they've dug themselves into a big hole as the Rivera Raiders, and so they need to do something here, even though it's 2nd and really long. But I think they have to score here to make something look. or to feel alive the rest of this game.
Here you go. Elizondo from the shotgun now. He's going to take the snap. He's stepping up in the pocket. Oh, and he had a receiver open, but just an excellent defensive play by number 35 for the Hawks as he just stuck his hand up there, and he deflected a pass that would have been more likely a first down.
Yeah, here we see it, the little play action there as Rodriguez puts a lot of pressure, and he has a wide open receiver. It would have been an easy first down, but number 35, Brandon Rodriguez, the senior for Harlingen South, playing linebacker, just makes the big play by simply just picking up his hand just a little bit.
3rd down and 20. I have got to say that I am impressed with number 13, the junior quarterback, Danny Elizondo. I mean, he's got some good footwork. He's got some good presence in the pocket. They're going to give him another runner here from shotgun formation. Pressure this time, though. He still gets it away, barely. Incomplete pass, but, the pocket just collapsed around him. And really, he just did a good job of getting that away and avoiding the sack.
Yeah, Harlingen South will be very happy there as Chris Montes looked like he was running wide open down the field as the defender was trying to chase him down, but it could have been another big completion for Rivera Riders, the thing that they had been looking for. But the pressure does get to him as he's dragged down, as he's throwing it. Doesn't get to get a good ball out, and the ball falls well short of his receiver.
And this time we have Nick Garcia back to receive this along with Del Angel. And the punt is going to be a high punt. The punter goes down, but I think that's just a good case of acting there. Oh, however, we do have a flag on the field. But I don't think the punter is going to get the call he wanted. He kind of flopped there.
Yeah, it's in the direction of where it might be a holding call or maybe a 5-yard encroachment penalty, but I don't think there's any way that it'll result in any type of difference in.
Yeah, that was the umpire who threw.
Actually, roughing the center, I think that may result in a first down for Rivera.
That's true. The center is untouchable right after he snaps. Is there a wait for that, or he's just untouchable completely?
Well, here we go. We have the offense of Rivera coming back onto the field as they'll get a 15-yard penalty, which does fall short of the first down, but because it's a personal foul, automatic first down for them.
Yeah, once the snapper gets rid of that ball, he snaps that, he's unprotected. And so you cannot rush right up that gap there and hit that unprotected player. That's a rule that came into effect within the last few years or so. It used to be you could just rush right over that snapper and try to get a direct line, but that you can't do that anymore. So Rivera gets a penalty in their favor here, and so they will have this first down. Now they are on the Harlingen South side of the field, about the 49-yard line. And, it's a fumble on the play, and it looks like it rolls right into the hands of a Harlingen South defender, and it does just like that. Big penalty, big yardage, and then they fumble it away. Harlingen South jumps all over it.
Yeah, that was just a bad exchange between the quarterback and the runner. As we see, the runner wasn't quite ready closing his hands yet, or he's a little late on closing his hands over the ball as the ball gets put into his chest and released. And the ball bounces right off the chest and goes straight into the ground, right into the hands of Harlingen South defense. Another big mistake by the Rivera Raiders. We've seen a lot of mistakes on the defensive coverage, and now we see the second fumble on the exchange by the quarterback running back.
1st and 10 now for the Hawks here. Line up at the 47-yard line. Jaden Taylor will get the handoff. He goes right, then cuts back up to the middle, but he's going to fall forward for a gain of only 2 yards on the run. Starters are still in for Harlingen South.
Yeah, we've seen Harlingen South use a well-balanced attack all season long, but tonight the Rivera Raiders have been able to stop one part of it. They've stopped the run game, but unfortunately for them, they've given up a ton of yardage and a ton of points through the air against this Harlingen South offense, led by quarterback Sean Montemayor.
Sean Montemayor lined up with Jaden Taylor in the backfield here. He's got 3 wide receivers. He's going to send one of his receivers in motion now. He's going to hand it off to Taylor. Taylor's trying to go right. He's going to be stuffed quickly. Again, just mentioned that this defense has been killer as far as the run defense goes. And Jaden Taylor, who's one of the top rushers in the valley, in the area, has really just been stifled tonight.
Well, it looks like the coaching given up front by the Rivera Raiders has been very sound, as a lot of the defenders have been putting their hands into the offensive line and been able to bounce them off of themselves. And so these Rivera Raiders have done a great job of shedding the block. And so they're not getting a lot of penetration to cause him to lose yards. But every time he's tried running the ball, he's looking at free defenders right away, and they're tackling him for minimal gainage.
Good look on that one there. I totally agree with you. And it's kind of more breaking down at the line, not letting him get through any gaps. And so they're filling in the gaps. Jaden Taylor is a cutback type runner, so he's going to get outside. If he sees a lane open up, he can shift quickly and get through that lane and get upfield. And those lanes have just not been open for him tonight because the defenders, like you said, have just done a good job of kind of just putting up a defensive front that kind of plug up all the holes, the lanes, if you will, that he would be going through. And so they found an answer for Taylor tonight. Watched some good film on that. But like you said, sometimes what happens when you get that good in one area, you let another area go, and you can't do that against a passer like Sean Montemayor and receivers like Nick Garcia, Preciado, who have just been running rampant down the sidelines this evening, catching some bombs from Sean Montemayor. So you shut down one area. That's what happens with a versatile team. You shut down one area, they hit you with another one.
And the Harlingen South offense, they're just very well balanced. They have playmakers in the run game as well as the passing game. And tonight, as the run game has been shut down, we've seen the passing game step up, as Montemayor's all but one pass, I think, has been on the money, and then his receivers have been making the separation and making the catches. Pretty simple catches because of the separation that they've made and then the great throws, but just well-executed passing plays all night by Harlingen South. We do have the defender for the Rivera Raiders. He gets up as he had been down with an injury, but he gets up, he's jogging off the field as the defense gets prepared for this 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9 yards for this Harlingen South Hawk. We've been kind of stalled in this third quarter. It's kind of just slowly ticked away. We still have 2 minutes and 6 seconds left to go. There's been 2 scores in this quarter, both of them by the Harlingen South Hawks. And the Rivera Raiders have just squandered a couple of opportunities to move the ball and have been scoreless here in the second half. So South and Montemayor and company going to take this 2 minutes, rolling clock now. 3rd down, 9 yards to go. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers. He's looking left. He wants one of his receivers. He's got Nick Garcia, but he's got Preciado streaking up the sideline. Preciado goes up and he catches it. It is a basketball-style jump and catch there as Preciado will come down with it around the 8-yard line. Big pass play from Montemayor to Preciado.
Yeah, here we see him. He just stops, sets up, and throws the long ball. It is a little short, but as we watch Preciado standing next to the defender, he does have about 4 inches on him, and then we see his vertical leap extend those 4 inches. So big play by Preciado as the ball isn't exactly on target on that one, but he makes the play there, jumping over the defender.
Pistol formation. Jaden Taylor lined up behind Sean Montemayor here, 2 receivers. He will give it to Taylor. Taylor's going to bounce to left, should have his second touch on the night, and he does. Touchdown, Jaden Taylor. As he gets on the 8-yard line, he runs it in without being touched. Second touchdown on the night for Jaden Taylor.
It's very interesting. We've seen the Rivera Raiders play great run defense, but every time they get inside about the 10-yard line, it seems like the offensive line for Harlingen South has really stepped up, and they've maintained those blocks, and Taylor has basically run in 2 touchdowns untouched because of great blocking in the red zone.
But you know what? It's so interesting because Taylor on the other side of the field has not had any yardage whatsoever. They get down in the end zone, close to the end zone. He's at 2 busts for several yards being untouched. So I don't know if they're running a different defensive package once they get backed up against their goal line, but it just has not worked. So here we go for the extra point, 48-14, pending the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. So we got a 49-14 ball game here with 1:24 left to go in this third quarter, as Harlingen South has now dominated Rivera with 3 touchdowns in the third quarter and not allowing Rivera to get any points on the board. This one is going to get out of hand really quick here if Rivera can't do something just to kind of stifle the scoring of the Hawks.
Yeah, right there we saw again some great blocking. Seems like when Taylor has run left in the red zone, the blocking has just been great for him on that play. The Rivera Raiders are not able to shuck their blocks, and it really started because of the long pass by Montemayor to Preciado on the edge. Beautiful catch. You're gonna want to, if you're listening at home, you want to log on to valleycentral.com and watch the replay there as we see Preciado, the big receiver, just jump over the defender and make the catch. and then that's followed by a run by Taylor to the left side for a touchdown.
If my stats are correct, that's 5 touchdown passes from Montemayor tonight, because the other 2 came from Jaden Taylor's, several yard scamper. So 5 touchdown passes from Montemayor, and we're not even done with the third quarter. That is an impressive night for this senior quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know that he might come out again with the score being the way it is, unless Rivera does put up a score here now quickly. I imagine that might be the end of the big playmakers for the Harlingen South offense.
Kickoff is squibbed, and it is muffed here. It's fumbled, but it is picked up by number 12 for the Rivera Raiders. Going to bring it out to the 35-yard line. That's number 12, Manny Martinez, who's on here as a backup quarterback. So going to bring up a first down and 10 from the Rivera 35-yard line. 1 minute, 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Again, it's 49-14. Those of y'all listening live at valleycentral.com, we got the Harlingen South Hawks running away with one here.
And here we see Harlingen South defense. They've come out, and they're ready to go looking at the offense coming out. They've really been led by defensive lineman Christian Rodriguez, getting a lot of penetration all night as he's been lined up over the center and guards.
Here we go. We got a pitch to Evans. Evans going to try to get the left-hand side. He's got some blocks this time and actually making some gains here. He's going to gain about 9 yards on the run with a lot of help from his friends there.
Yeah, right there we see his offensive lineman. Here we see them, the left tackle and left guard make the blocks. The one guard pulls, and then he just follows his left tackle, just continuing to make the block up the field. Great patient running by. We've seen Evans all night. It just hasn't been enough, as the running hasn't been able to get them into the end zone tonight. We've seen some good things out of them. But against a defense like this, we need to see great things out of on offense, and they just haven't done it tonight.
30 seconds left to go in the third quarter now, as Elizondo's going to pitch it out to Evans. Evans is going backwards, but he's going to get around the corner here. First down for sure, and then some, as the pitch goes from Elizondo to Evans, gets around on the right-hand side. It will stop the clock at 23 seconds left to go in the third quarter. First down for the Rivera Raiders.
It was almost a little scary there as we see the option play run again. The last time they ran that, we saw the big turnover, which I think really changed the momentum of the second half, as they came back and they were driving, and then they make the big ugly turnover there, and then they gave up a quick touchdown. I think that was when Taylor ran it in again before. So I think I get a little worried when I see that option play, but well executed on that play, and they gained the first down.
I formation again for Elizondo. Under center, he's going to go play action this time. He's going to try to get it out to his receiver. Receiver finishes the route. He still didn't even know the ball was ever in the air. Just some miscommunication there. Incomplete pass, going to bring up a second down.
Yeah, right there we saw another. We've been talking about he's been doing a great job throwing the ball. It looked like it went right by the defender's head, but unfortunately the defender wasn't looking yet, and so he didn't even know that the ball was zoomed right past his face.
I think he finished the route and he was like, oh, hey, look, somebody was trying to throw at me, so didn't even look back. All right, second down, 10 yards to go, 17 seconds left on the clock for this long third quarter that we've had here. Elizondo under center, he's looking downfield, but it's just everything is well covered, and he's got to throw it to almost a double coverage there. A little bit of space, but if he would have caught that, he would have been hammered. And so maybe it's a good thing he didn't. Third down for the Raiders.
Yeah, he would have needed about another second to give the receiver more time to break away, but there was a defender coming through. Again, it looked like it was Christian Rodriguez, who's really been all over the backfield, as he has been jumping the snap pretty well tonight and using his hands to quickly get by the blocks.
So here we go, third down, 10 yards to go. Prolonging this third quarter. Here we go. Elizondo looking downfield. Lots of bumping going on down there, and he's going to call it a complete pass, actually, to number 15, one of his favorite targets. That's Chris Montes. It's going to be short of the first down marker, so we'll bring up a fourth down and less than a yard to go. And we still have 3 seconds left to go in this third quarter.
Right there, he really fit that into a tight window. There was really no space, as senior Isaac Garcia was all over his receiver. But the receiver does make the play, diving catch. although it is 1 yard short. And it looks like they're going to go for it on fourth down. This point in the game, 3 seconds left in the third quarter. Score the way it is, they're going to go for it.
4th and 1. Here we go. The handoff to Evans. Evans is going to push forward. Forward progress should have him at the first down marker, really close, but I think he's going to get it. As they're going to give him a good spot on this one.
He gets driven back quickly, but the initial push, I think, gets him the first down by the right side of the offensive line and his speed getting to that spot. Harlingen South holds strong, and they meet him, but they didn't meet him early enough, and so he gets the first down.
And that's going to bring an end to the third quarter here as we're going to flip sides now, and Rivera will have the first possession of the fourth quarter. Fresh 12 minutes on the clock. For those of y'all listening, 49-14. Harlingen South has really come out in this second half. It was 28-14 at the half. They came out and they just really just controlled the ball game in this third quarter, and have done a good job putting 3 touchdowns up in the third quarter unanswered. And Rivera just has not had an answer on offense or defense here in this second half. So Rivera comes back out. Evans in the running back position. Your 1st and 10. Elizondo in the center. He's going to hand it off to Evans. Evans gets outside. He cuts back inside, making a nice cut. And he'll fall forward for a gain of 5, almost 6 yards.
Yeah, here we see again consistent running of the ball by the Rivera Raiders. They have not left their game plan. I thought they would leave it considering the score, and considering how well their quarterback has played tonight, but they continue to just take away those 5 yards and 5 yards as time continues to be their enemy as the clock is rolling. 11 minutes, 25 seconds left on the clock. 49-14 in the fourth quarter on this beautiful Friday night in Bogus Stadium.
2nd and 5. Here we go. Elizondo. Option play. He's going to pitch it to Evans. Evans got it on the outside, got the corner. He'll be pushed out about the 30-yard line. And he slips. There's a flag on the field, but I mean, I'm going to say from my direction, he slipped on his own. I don't think he was hit out of bounds there at all.
Yeah, he slipped right where the water cooler is. That's right where all the players are drinking water. It could have easily been that the water made him slip, but there was a defender there that did have his hands on him. I don't think it was caused by the defender, but it was well out of bounds when he fell. So called by the official from the far side.
I think that's what kind of gets me more is that the white cap called it from his end of the field, and that should have been a linesman call here. But hey, you know what? We're not on the field there.
And there have been a lot of plays that have ended well out of bounds. Interesting that they decide to finally throw the flag on that one when both teams have really been tackled out of bounds several times tonight. But again, nothing that was vicious, so maybe that's why they didn't call it.
So here we go. Got a first down here, and now Rivera is threatening. They're inside the red zone. They were on the Hawk 16-yard line, so a short run there is going to bring up a second down and probably about 7 or 8 yards to go.
And it looks like the offensive line is moving back. I think they called a holding call against the Rivera Raiders, so they'll get put back about 10 yards as it was a short run play, most likely resulting in about 2nd and 19 yards.
So 2nd and 19 now.
2nd and 20 yards. Oh, 1st and 20 yards, sorry. 1st and 20, 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 49-14, Harlingen South with the lead as they've played strong defense and some explosive offense tonight.
Running again with this 3 running back set. He's going to fake it to Evans. He's looking downfield, but he gets pressured. He's arm tackled. He releases the football, but they're going to call that an incomplete pass. Somehow he was able to get that off, and he almost completed it to his receiver, but it just hit the ground before it went into that breadbasket of that receiver. And just an impressive play there by Elizondo, able to get it away when I thought for sure he was going to be sacked.
Well, he has a nice arm, and here we see again Cristiano Rodriguez making the play with the penetration. He had his receiver on the left side wide open down the middle as the defender was a little bit behind, but he had defenders all over his back. There was no way he was going to be able to make a play there.
Timeout Rivera, as they will take their second timeout of the second half. Only have one timeout remaining here in this ball game. Again, 49-14. Just want to take a second here to thank KHGN and KHGN's team here today. Includes Director Shane Strubart, Maritza Gallaga, Irish Montemayor, Corey Ryan, Sam Vargas, Joe Medrano, Javier Arraiza, George Banda, and the KHGN co-ops. And these students are part of the Media Tech program at Harlingen High School South under the direction of Pat Guajardo. And visit the district's website at www.hcisd.org to check the schedule for replays of tonight's game. And KHGN will be airing all home games. For those of y'all listening live at valleycentral.com on audio, thanks for staying with us throughout this game. We hope to bring you live coverage of this inter-district game here. Check it out. Like I said, about an hour or so after the game, you can actually watch the video with the audio.
And this is a great resource for those of you at home. You get to watch a great team as these students are really trained well into doing this. And so it's a great product that Harlingen School District is putting out there. And, of course, great football games as both teams have been highly competitive this year, both with undefeated records through the district play.
2nd down and 20. And we're going to have a penalty on the field. It could be a legal substitution. Yep, illegal substitution. They broke the huddle with 12. So that's going to push them back even more.
Yeah, they're going to be angry with that because they came out of a timeout and make a big mistake there like that, as now they have 2nd and about 25 to go. They had the ball in the red zone, and now they're 15 yards out of the red zone, or almost 15 yards. A lot of tough breaks for Rivera Raiders tonight. Oh, actually,
they went back, then they went forward again, so they'll get it sorted out. All right, so it looks like we got it sorted out here. We got a 2nd and 20 again. Is that right?
Yeah, I guess they decided to change the call.
They did. They waived it. 2nd and 20 then. 10:44 left to go in this ball game here. 49-14. Rivera is behind. Here you go. Eli, he's going to chunk that again. We talk about that option play there and worrying about that exchange. But Elizondo was able to make a clean option pitch, but it'll bring up a 3rd down. About 15 yards to go.
Well defended there by Harlingen South. There was a man who quickly met the quarterback, forcing him to pitch, and then the pitch defender was right there. Although Evans makes a nice cut, it's able to gain about 4 yards, but really it was forced because of great coverage by those two guys filling their role and responsibility. This defense by Harlingen South, they all have roles to play, and they have done a great job tonight and really all season of executing those roles.
3rd down, 16 to go. Elizondo's looking for the end zone, but he's going to be pressured from behind. Oh, he throws the ball, and it is intercepted by Harlingen South. The defender's got some blockers ahead of him. He's up to the 35. He fumbles the ball now, and it looks like Harlingen South will fall on top of that. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got a quarterback almost getting sacked. He releases it somehow into the hands of a defender. Defender runs it up, fumbles it. Looks like another Harlingen South player jumped on top of it. Interesting segment of events there.
Well, and then we also had a flag at the end, so we have to see what the play call is. It almost looked like he had made a miracle throw, as he did have an open receiver in the direction, but the throw is off, and of course he was being torn to the ground and just somehow got the ball out. Really almost like a softball-looking pitch type of throw, and there was an offensive player there and a defensive player there in the area. Unfortunately for the quarterback, it did go in the direction of the defensive player, and he makes the interception.
Intercepted, then it was run back about 20 yards or so, and then all of a sudden the person who intercepted it gets hit and fumbles, coughs up the football. There's a penalty that's going to go against Harlingen South, so Harlingen South will retain possession of the football, but they're going to get kicked back here to about the 27-yard line. And you know what? We still have number 5 is in the game, Montemayor, and along with Jaden Taylor, Preciado, and we got a Zach Martinez in now. So the starters are still in. So Montemayor is going to take this in the pistol formation. 1st and 10, 9:36 left to go in the 4th quarter. We got a running clock now. They're going to just let it run. So Jaden Taylor's going to take this. Got some space to run to the 40, the 50. He's gone. 35, 25, 10. Touchdown, Jaden Taylor, on a 73-yard run to the left side of the field. And all those yards that he hadn't gotten in the first half, he picked them all up right there on that run.
Yeah, there we see he has to make one break through an arm tackle, and then he just has free space the rest of the way as there was great blocking all around, and he just shows his speed. We all know he has power, and right there we see his speed as he breaks away. Everyone is on their feet clapping. I think everyone else had been feeling the pressure. When is Taylor going to make a big play? And everyone's excited to see him finally do it.
Jaden Taylor, I mean, he had been struggling all night. He does have 2 touchdowns, but both touchdowns were short yardage touchdowns. He hadn't had a big play from scrimmage, just a bunch of 3-4 yards. But that time he breaks a 73-yarder, and he just once he breaks that first tackle, he was gone. Nobody was going to catch him. So he gets he should break over 100 easily with 3 touchdowns now on the night. So you talk about Montemayor with 5 passing touchdowns. You talk about Nick Garcia with a couple of receptions. Now you're looking at Jaden Taylor. I mean, this has been a well-balanced offensive night, and Nick Garcia, Sean Montemayor, Jaden Taylor have showed up once again for the Harlingen South Hawks.
Well, we know the Harlingen South Hawks have big playmakers along their offense. We can name them between the receivers on the outside, Garcia and Preciado, making big plays. Of course, they're led by their quarterback, Montemayor, as he's been throwing the ball right on the dime, right on the money all night. And then now we've seen Taylor score 3 of the last 4 touchdowns of the night. Well balanced by Harlingen South. I'd want to take a look at the time of possession because almost every drive has been really quick. These 56 points that are up on the board haven't been on long, slow, steady drives. They have been on big plays from these big playmakers that Harlingen South have.
Big play. I think we started off talking about the night that this is going to be a big play type of night. We talked about it. Hopefully Rivera was going to be able to get some big plays going. But Harlingen South has really opened it up and had some big plays of their own.
Here we see a couple of defenders there all over him. He gets hit hard several times. He stays strong and stays up. And that was done by number 12 for the Rivera Raiders. And that was Manny Martinez. He is the senior there. Now we have the offense coming out for the Rivera Raiders. They haven't been able to put much points on the board. They've shown some of the ability to take it down the field. They have not shown the ability to put it into the end zone tonight, minus the one big pass play. Here we have a receiver to the left, one receiver to the right. I formation. Quarterback under center. He hands the ball off to the left, a quick pitch, and he is quick. He takes it around the edge, makes the big cut, tackled for about 8 yards, and that is Evans making the big play once again.
Well, the defensive line that time did a good job of trying to get outside to try to make contain on that play, and the linebackers just didn't shift over at the same time. So linebackers got caught inside, allowed Evans to get on the outside there, and he picked up another good run, 7-yard run for Evans as he has been just chipping away at that field all night long. And so Evans getting another good run. But like we said earlier, those types of runs right now, a little bit too late. Really needed something bigger.
One receiver to the left, one receiver to the right. We're in the I formation by the Rivera Raiders. They do a dive play. Evans breaks it out to the right side, tries to make a big play out of nothing really, but he's met by several Harlingen South defenders as he tries to make the aggressive play, but met by too many defenders.
Well, I want to highlight number 18, Steven Rodriguez, who was on the outside there, and he just did an excellent job of breaking down an open field and keeping the runner, getting him to go back inside. And what that did was it allowed the defense to flow over and help out with that tackle and kept him in his spot. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down, 3 to go, 7:42 left to go in this ball game.
And here we see them. They've been slowing it down a little bit. We haven't seen them put into a hurry offense that we might be expecting. And here they line up in 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Evans in the backfield, quarterback under center. And he drops back. He has Evans going to the right side. He's going to take off and run it. He has some room, makes space, gets the 1st down before he's dragged down by multiple Harlingen South defenders.
Well, the linebackers, what they did there was they stepped up, showed blitz, but then they just backed up. They went back into zone coverage, And so what that did was it opened up that middle of the field there. So once Elizondo was able to get past that defensive line, he had a good space to run before anybody was going to contend with him. And so he was able to pick up a first down because those linebackers kind of backed out of that space, allowing him free reign to get that first down. So first down for Rivera, under 7 minutes now left to go in this ball game. It is still 56-14, Harlingen South over the Rivera Raiders.
Here we have Elizondo going under center again in the I formation, tight end to the right, one receiver on each side. He drops back, hands it off to Evans. He's quickly met by several Harlingen defenders as he gets dragged down for no gain.
I tell you what, I'm watching these cornerbacks here, and these cornerbacks are lined up well off of those wide receivers. They're expecting them to go deep downfield. And, so I'm wondering if, these little dump passes may have been open all night long where they could just hit that receiver in a little 5-yard comeback and maybe get a blocker out there. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention, but these cornerbacks are definitely giving a lot of space to these receivers.
You think they would attack some of that, use that space, or, there's a reason that Harlingen South is back because they expect them to go deep, but we just haven't seen it tonight. Elizondo back under center, I formation, tight end to the left side, or two receivers to the left, one to the right. He drops back. Blocking is good as he waits, has lots of time. He rolls to the right, has a receiver deep. Intercepted by number 24, Preciado of Harlingen South, as he threw the ball, it hung in the air, and the defender was able to beat the receiver for the jump ball.
Preciado's got about a foot advantage over number 15 for the Rivera Raiders, and so this was just a jump ball. Check out this instant replay of this interception. He just gets some good elevation above him, gets his hands before number 15 there. That's Chris Montes, and comes down with that great interception. Preciado doing it on the offensive side of the ball and on the defense now, with that interception pretty much solidifying what was already a sure win for these Harlingen South Hawks.
Yeah, right there it looked like Montes had Preciado deep, but Preciado had a lot of space and was able to make that jump ball as Elizondo didn't get a good footing before he threw. He kind of threw it on the run, didn't get enough air on it, or he got too much air on it, rather. Here you have Harlingen South. They have two receivers left, one receiver right in the pistol formation with the running back behind the quarterback. The second team offense looks like they're on the field now, and there is good penetration by the defense as they are taken for a loss of 1 yard.
Well, we've got Zach Martinez in the game at quarterback now, and Martinez has been a backup for Montemayor the past couple of years. Martinez actually got a couple game starts last year, so he's also a good athlete, a good quarterback who can gun the ball downfield. It's just one of those things where you end up having two guys that are coming through the same class, and they're both good. And so Montemayor has just edged him out in the past couple of years, but you're not tailing off much once Martinez gets in the game.
And here we have shotgun formation or pistol formation as the running back is behind. Two receivers left, one receiver right. The ball is snapped. It looks like it's a little bit off on the snap, but clean handoff as number 28 for Harlingen South, that is Eli Yanez, makes the short run for about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 8.
We're now under 4 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this ball game. 56-14, 3rd down, 7 yards to go for South. Rivera is still trying to hang in there, still trying to collect themselves as they try to get out of this ball game, if you will. Again, I just want to highlight that it was 28-14 going into the locker room at halftime, and we got a 56-14 game, so that tells you everything about that second half.
Here we have shotgun formation, running back to the left side, two receivers left, one receiver right. The Rivera Raiders are showing blitz along the middle. Shotgun handoff goes fake to the runner going right. Quarterback takes it left as number 15, Zach Martinez, the backup quarterback, is taken down after maybe for a short loss, or basically no gain. 4th and 5.
Well, number 17, that's Benito Hinojosa, was not fooled at all by that. He read that all the way through and saw Martinez take that handoff to the outside, and he just came up on him really quickly and didn't allow him to get outside. So excellent tackle there. He saved a big yardage or big gain possibility.
And then we have number 15, who's made some big plays for the Rivera Raiders, Montes, as he sits back and waits. And we have Garcia kicking it off. The ball is snapped, clean kick, nice kick, hung in the air. Looks like it'll be well covered by Harlingen South. Takes a Harlingen South roll, and it'll be down to about the 26, 27-yard line. The Rivera side, is they will take it out, which looks like it may be the final drive, as there are 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the game. 56-14, Harlingen South with the lead. First down and 10 at the 26-yard line. Ball.
I'll tell you what, folks, earlier in this game, we really had a sense that this could be closer than maybe what we even expected coming into it. And so, much to our dismay, the second half, the dismay of our prediction is to say, second half has just really rolled for Harlingen South, and they've just come out and just really shut down, made some great halftime adjustments, and Rivera has just really struggled here. So they're going to look to maybe try to close this game out here as Rivera comes on the offense side of the ball.
Elizondo under center. He pitches it to the left side, makes a quick cut as the defender makes him cut off of the penetration. It looks like it'll be a no gainer.
No gain there, and of course we've got some new fresh legs in on the defensive side here for the Hawks, getting some reps here for some of these guys. But I noticed that the cornerbacks are still the starting cornerbacks. We have Grant Preciado here on the bottom part of our screen here, and he's the one that had that interception last series. So I think that they're going to put the interior backups in, if you will, but they want to keep their cornerbacks in the case that they try to go downfield. Hey, they may come up with another interception.
Elizondo goes back under center. He has the fullback to the right side, runner behind him, receiver to each side, and he play actions, attacks the tight end who was running open, but the ball is overthrown, and Elizondo gets tackled on the throw.
Well, that's a good thing that was not completed to the tight end, because number 11, James Carapio, for the Harlingen South Hawks, was ready to unload on him if he would have caught that football, and that would not have been a good night for number 2.
Yeah, he might have been unhappy with the quarterback throwing him there. As he was open, but he was going to be met hard by the defender running full speed from the backside, or from the right side of the field as he turned around. And here we have the ball coming in. Elizondo's going to be under center once again. Looks like it's I formation with a tight end to the right side, a receiver on each side. There will be a false start as multiple offensive linemen move before the snap, and they'll be coming back for 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 15.
56-14. It looks like that could be the final score tonight if it does stand here. Just over 2 minutes left to go in this ball game. And you know what? I think that it's safe to say that we can start to move on here as start getting ready for a big game in a couple weeks. Talk about that after this next play.
Tight end to the right side, I formation once again. Elizondo under center. He play actions the pass. He has the receiver going deep, wide open on the left side. He misses the catch as he was a little underthrown. He had to squat down deep to get it, and he does not able to finish the play. Ball bounces out of his hands. It'll be 4th down and 15 to go. But there is a flag on the play. We'll see what that result is.
And it's going to be a holding call on the offense here.
On
defense, that's right.
Yeah, there was a strong fake there as the quarterback did punt fake to the left side as the receiver made the fake. Perhaps it would have been much shorter had the defender not actually done that, but that'll result in an automatic first down for the offense as they will get another 3 shots at putting some more points up on the board. 1 minute, 52 seconds left to go in the game. 56-14, Harlingen South, as the Rivera offense is on the field now. Elizondo under center. He has 2 receivers to his left side. He does a play action pass, or he gets ready to pass. He goes deep for his receiver. He has him. Big, nice catch by number 2, the tight end, who we've seen him go to several times in the game. Number 2 gets just past number 18 of the Harlingen South defense for the long completion of about 25 yards, 30 yards maybe.
Yeah, that's number 18, Steven Rodriguez, and really the receiver just got a couple steps on him, and the ball was placed really, really well, only where that receiver could get to. And so big pass play here from Elizondo, just burning that safety, that defensive back deep.
And here we see the Rivera Raiders. They're in the huddle as they get ready to finish off this game. 1 minute, 25 seconds left to go. 56-14. Check this game out later on valleycentral.com about 1 hour after the game. Elizondo lines up in the shotgun, which we haven't seen much tonight. A tight end to the right, 2 receivers to the right, running back to the left, and receiver deep left. He looks left quickly. A lot of penetration there as he delivers the ball, lets go of it, tries to go to his tight end once again, but well-defended play. Number 25 is all over the tight end number 25 of Harlingen South. That is Malachi Rubio, the senior for Harlingen South, breaks up the play.
Well, I tell you what, the coaches, I think, for Rivera may want to look at the game film from tonight and look at your shotgun formation plays. You know, though they have not connected too many times, to me it seems that Elizondo seems very comfortable in that shotgun. He's able to step up in the pocket. He's able to get outside if he feels pressure. He has good footwork from what you can see here. I think you work on that shotgun formation rather than always sticking to that I formation or 3 running back form. I think Elizondo could have some breakout experience and really he's got a good arm. And so, you know, you kind of want to see him. You got to root for him to have some opportunities to get downfield.
One receiver on each side. Tight end motions to the right out of the I formation. Elizondo under center. He takes the snap. He fakes the pitch. And he steps up into the pocket once again. He tries to hit the running back, breaking off the left side on a wheel route. And he does not connect as he overthrew it just a bit. It looked like there was a little bit of contact. There may have been a hold, but incomplete pass. 3rd down and 10.
Well, I'll tell you what, next week here at Bogus Stadium, we've got Harlingen High School versus Brownsville Porter. And then 2 weeks from tonight is the much anticipated, highly hyped Bird Bowl that's going to be coming here to Bogus Stadium. And it's going to be a big game this year as both teams, barring a loss next week, will have the opportunity to come in undefeated here in 2 weeks to play each other, looking for that number 1 and 2 spot in district.
Elizondo again under center. I formation, does the play action. There is some penetration. Has his receiver open, number 15, Montes. It looks like it'll be a 1st down. Great execution. Throws the ball cleanly to Montes as he drags himself, falls down on the right side, out of bounds. Well, you mentioned it right now. The Bird Bowl is a game that everyone will be waiting for. I imagine it's going to be a sold-out game. Both sides are going to be full, and there will be people all along the sides, along the sidewalks. You're going to want to remember to listen online if you're not able to get a ticket, or listen to us live if you're not able to get a ticket, as you want to know that score. And I imagine that's going to be one of the best games of the year, probably the game of the week all across the valley, as both these teams have played so well. Under center, tight formation. He drops back to pass, has no one really, but he does get a nice throw. Oh, just a little bit off.
Well, I tell you what, I was rooting for Elizondo on that one because he was basically being carried off of his feet, and he still launched that into the end zone. It was a good-looking pass. It just Montes just couldn't get there in time. But I'm impressed with this junior quarterback. His arm, you know, he's been throwing from very awkward positions tonight as he's been pressured. That time, I swear, it looked like he was coming off of his feet, and he still made a gun downfield, and that could have been a touchdown very easily.
Yeah, I don't know how he got the ball off, let alone the ball looked like it was a pretty good throw, just a little bit off. But again, he was being knocked down. We have 2 receivers to the left side, tight end on the right side, I formation once again. Elizondo under center. He gets the ball, play action, has a defensive tackle coming right up on him. Number 10, it hits him in the hands, but he's not able to carry it through. It was a little bit low, hits him in the hands, drops it, kind of bobbles it for just a second, but is not able to bring it in all the way in. Another pretty good throw by Elizondo, just not a completion.
We're at 22 seconds now left to go in this ball game. 56-14 again is the score here from Bogus Stadium, as the Rivera Raiders have just not been able to get anything going against these Harlingen South Hawks in the second half especially. So Rivera Raiders just desperately trying to get another score on. They don't want to be blanked here in the second half. And Harlingen South, of course, trying to prevent that from happening.
Elizondo under center again, I formation, tight end on each side. He drops back, tries to hit his receiver as he's getting dragged down. Elizondo tries to make the tackle, diving after him, not able to make it. Number 24, Preciado, will go in for a touchdown. Big defense play again. There was a lot of penetration there, Aaron. What do you think about that? I think that'll be the last play as the time is still going off the clock.
Yeah, they're going to let it just run down. He scored about 4 seconds ago, but they just let the time run down off the clock. There's no sense in continuing. Preciado just made an excellent jump on the play. He was pressured. Elizondo was from the pocket, got rid of it probably too soon. And Preciado, you know, who we've seen make some big plays on offense, he's got that speed, the height. He just jumped that route. I said earlier they left the cornerbacks in just in case they can get another interception. They did. This time he returns it. He caught that about the inside the 10-yard line. That was an over 90-yard interception, pick 6.
I think he caught it about the 3-yard line.
Way back there.
So that'll be maybe one of the longest plays of the season,
Totally
all across the valley. I haven't heard of anyone scoring a longer touchdown this season, but as far as defensive plays, so great play right there by Preciado. Again, he is an explosive athlete with speed and hands, and so really an easy pick as the quarterback is just everyone is in his face. He's getting rid of the ball. He has to throw it early, and Preciado was watching him the whole time, and so sees the break and makes the interception. Great game all night by Harlingen South. As we saw some great execution on offense and defense. They've been able to hold off a lot of teams, but 2 big plays put the Rivera Raiders on the board as they close it off with an extra point to make it 63-14. End of the game. Harlingen South with another victory. They remain undefeated as they go into the next game in district play.
Harlingen South had a little bit slow start in the beginning, though they still put 4 touchdowns up in the first half. But the second half, they just really came alive and just put some points on the board. 63-14. They totally just go in control of this ball game. And so, like you said, remain undefeated in the season in district, and they're looking forward to next week. And I tell you what, they're looking at November 1st on the calendar. So mark that down, ladies and gentlemen. Coming live to you, it's Jonathan Aaron here, KHGN, ValleyCentral.com. You'll have a great night, and we will see you back or speak to you live again next week.